Welcome to the Hater's Guide to Genshin Impact. What your main says about you. In alphabetical order. Amber. You can't tell if your friends look at you with pity or respect. You convince your friends that Burning Shield is actually really important, guys, and her exploration is S tier on the wiki. And hey, do stats really matter that much? Everything in this game folds like paper anyway. So who cares if you can only deal like 10% of your third best DPS? Let's just quietly pretend that the new environmental burning status hasn't made you regret your life choices even more. You're the type of player who was too lazy to swap Geo Traveler back into your party. So whenever you see those pressure pads, you're chucking Baron Bunny like Ray Allen hoping for a 3-pointer right into an exquisite chest. Barbara! Lucky you got a free Barbara. And then another free Barbara. And then another Barbara? Well, she wasn't your first choice for a main, but the gacha has been kind to you. She's the best healer in the game. Her Q is great, her E is great, and you get Maiden Beloveds pretty quickly, which is also great. And that's what makes her great. You take pride in this fact, even though everyone knows you're stocking up on Cryo and Electro Res because wet status is cursed like 60% of the time in this game. Even though everyone is getting mildly annoyed at her over-embellished damage lines, you find it on brand. And, of course, she's your waifu. As wholesome as she is, and as much as you want to protect her, the real enemy is looking at you right in the mirror. Switch characters when she's climbing, you blaspheme. I see where you're looking. Beidou. Gosh darn, do I love those MLG counters. You have faster reflexes than Keqing if she were actually a Kate's line. 1 second you're left clicking with teammate 1, then when that tragically unsuspecting Hilichurl is winding up for a hit, boom! A frame perfect E. How many esports teams have DM'd you already? Why aren't you signed yet? You confidently ask yourself as you finally landed that frame perfect E for the first time in about 25 attempts. I'm not judging you, don't sweat it, buddy. You'll get there eventually. Bennett. Heck yes. Bennett gang, rise up. Every time you pull out your Bennett, you feel like Oprah goddamn Winfrey. You get a Q. You get a Q. Look under your chair, it's a frickin' Q. Chongyun. You've grown to love him and you're excited that he has yet to have a story quest. This lad is cool, but you're either in one of two camps. Either you're woke as hell and you know exactly how you want to build this guy, or you're constantly second guessing yourself in this weird level 70 to level 90 midlife crisis, whether you want to build him as a support or a DPS. And the resources are getting really slim right now, buddy. Don't make the wrong choice. You can literally never go back. Diluc. Cryo support, left click, left click, left click, left click, E, 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 cryo support, Q, left click, E, E. Diona. A cat girl? A tsundere? Wow, this is ticking all of your boxes, ain't it? Hey, no judgment. You see a new cryo character and you think, you know, there's not enough cryo support for my pyro characters in this game. And also, I hate those electro hammer fatuis. It's time to pull. Sadly, you're coping hard with the fact that you're like 1 to 2 merges off from that Constellation 6, and the banner's gone now. And no, having 3 more constellations of that Benchwarmer 4-star and yet another Xiangling constellation is not the constellation you were hoping for. Why, Gajo, why? Don't worry, friend, I'm in the same boat. Pull up a chair next to me at the cat's tail. We'll drink to some ironically good booze from our favorite pew-pewing actual cat girl. Fischl! Hello, Fischl DPS main number 6830. How are you today? You are balling out of control with the free constellation from that event if you weren't C6 already. You don't know what this girl is saying half the time, but what you do understand are numbers in the thousands. Everything melts against you, whether Oz is wingmanning you or another character on your team. You may now continue brazenly overloading yourself and your teammates, but it's worth the struggle. Geo Traveler. You don't main Geo Traveler. Kaeya. Kaeya is so cool and sexy, and his E comes out super fast. You take a lot of pride in being able to walk on water, and you convince your friends that that 20% stamina reduction for running is an S-tier exploration talent. This free cryo sword user is harder than Aether, and thankfully all of your sword investments can go whoop, transfer right over. You never considered anyone to have that much of a deep backstory, but oh my god, every time you read anything about Kaeya, here come the waterworks. You ride with this why no till dawn, man. Fuck grape juice, man. Fuck it. Jean, imagine pulling on that shit-ass Acquaint Faint banner. Well, you didn't know any better on launch date, so you burned 3/5 of your wishes and ended up with a Jean. That being said, this is now truly your Andy Toy Story moment. Goodbye, Wind Traveler. I don't want to play with you anymore. Keqing. Friendship started with that lucky 0.6% pull, some electro sword swag, and now you're 3 weeks later with your fist in the air. Actually-ing all of your friends' mispronunciation of your impossibly shaped cat ear girlfriend, yelling, "We hate God!" Kleee. The second you saw this child, you took out a bank loan. Thousands of dollars later and you now have a C3, but a fully maxed out Xingqiu, Noelle, and Sucrose. And as an extra bonus, yet another 4-star constellation of that character who will seriously not leave you alone. Lisa. You did it. Don't deny it. You read when Lisa climbs in Japanese it sounds really horny and you had to look it up. You looked up a guide on how to score perfect day points in that library side quest in hopes that the best choices meant something more. All her threats to the NPCs about unreturned books? You have some pretty cursed thoughts, don't you, dog? She's your first Catalyst user and your queue is amazing. You brag to your Fischl main mutuals as you hopelessly fall behind in DPS. But hey, at least you don't have to cry about the Oceanid. Mona. Look, buddy. You can tell yourself all you want that you think she's a great support or DPS, but admit it, if this game had an event viewer, you'd be spending all of your in-game time rewatching her story quest for the literal dozens and dozens of gratuitous ass shots. Ningguang. You're the ultimate simp, but not even because she's the hot earth mom of this game. It's because if anyone has the audacity to not understand her DPS potential, you are going to effing war. You're an immensely prideful Geo Grandmaster. You unironically use Geo Traveler because you just fucking get it, bro. You have a PhD in Earth Science with a minor in Geology from Genshin University. You will die on this rock formation Aether is making that Ningguang is the best 4-star in the goddamn game. Noelle, you thought you were so freaking smart, didn't you? You saw her sky-high defense and thought, White Bind. I'm going to forge the White Bind for Noelle, the best F2P sword for her. Well, congrats, buddy. You're now stuck in that unending torture, hoping for a boss to drop that precious Northlander Claymore prototype. But it never appears. Yeah, sure, you're not a servant to the gacha, but you're certainly a slave to the RNG. Qiqi, this is the zombie apocalypse you want. Although I don't know how much death is going to happen because that C6 literally brings your dead teammates back to life. But keep coping with that gacha curse. You were taken aback by her hilarious English voice and told yourself, you know what? This is the lolly for me. She's carried you so much already that somehow when you go to cook, you can't auto it anymore. It's been so long since you made your last sweet madame. Razor. Aww. He's a wolf boy. Aww, he's literally friends with all the wolves. Dude, the wolves are so protective of their human friend. Oh my god, he makes paw-shaped hash browns. If anyone touches or hurts this precious boy, they're fucking dead, bro. Look, I don't even use Razor, but I'll be joining you on the front lines for the Razor Defense Force. I know this part is supposed to be about you, but I'm just saying, I don't really give a fuck about your electro build or your physical build. I just want you to understand that I will protect Razor, not you. Razor with my fucking life, okay? I love dogs. Sucrose. Did anyone say Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers? You don't know jack shit about chemistry, but you've seen that C6 and you know once you throw that Q out and swap out for another character, you'll be dealing like 9 billion damage. Well, congrats, here's your diploma. You were so into her gameplay that you read her story entries, but you're just gonna suppress that whole severed hilichurl leg bit as a weird undertone for the story because, aw, she's like half dog. Tartaglia. This is the perfect character for you. What a handsome lad. He even had great characterization even though you had to escort his bratty little brother around Liyue to get there. And he's super easy to pick up and play. You can be charmed by his model and idle animations, all the while breaking your Q key, dealing 20,000 million damage and riptiding everything, even though you don't even know what that means yet. Ha! Child go brrr! Wind Traveler. You like to keep things simple. You really began this game enjoying Amber's aim shot followed up by your elemental skill for some wicked burn swirl doing a ton of damage in the open plane. You'll keep riding with this F2P combo until you start to wonder, I'd like literally anyone else. Xiangling. Honestly, this girl's a sunk cost. You're level 80 right now and you've committed too much to the only 4-star polearm user in the entire game. The Northlander polearm prototype is just the official dub of what this resource really is. There ain't no going back now, bud. But I mean, yeah, not getting what you want is pretty disappointing, but you're used to it. You're maining Xiangling after all. Xiao. Screw Zhongli, I guess. Xingqiu. Well, you didn't really see this coming, but after some embarrassingly desperate clickbait on Genshin Tube, You learn that Xingqiu is a 5-star into 4-star sheep's clothing. Every noob sleeps on you until you queue up, switch out, and deal infinite damage. You'll say you enjoy his personality, but let's be honest, you don't read. You know live Genshin Impact just like the rest of us. Xinyan. I don't know. You didn't get Diluc? You somehow don't have enough Pyro users already? You somehow don't have enough Claymore users already? Why do we still have one single 4-star polearm user in this game? I don't know. We need an update. Why are you guys complaining about Zhongli? This is the real problem here, okay? Venti. You blew a shit ton of wishes on this banner. I mean, why not? Well, a bunch of primos later and you realize that playing with Venti is the equivalent of playing Pokemon except if Mewtwo was your starter. Wind never hurt so bad. Zhongli, you made Geo-Traveler valid. You understand the value of shields, and everyone else on Twitter is fucking stupid. You're now on cruise control at Spiral Abyss. You're also secretly the horniest of your friend group, and you want a piece of his intentionally larger than average posterior, as if to say Zhongli himself is a stone carving and the craftsman was just on one day. Even more so than the mutual who constantly retweets NSFW Mona fanart. But good lord, Twitter, you gotta chill, okay? Seriously? Making Paimon release a Twitter statement? It's a goddamn game. Maybe I'm just desensitized to Fire Emblem Heroes being consistently disappointing with my favorite Lance Flyers and Dark Mages. I don't know, man. Like, if you want a true DPS experience with Zhongli, go outside and throw rocks at cans or something. Anyways, deuces.